Hands up.
Seatbelt.
Seatbelt, step out.
I'm opening the door.
You can take
I'm
mine
opening
off
the door.
of me right here on my right. I'm keeping my fucking hands up.
I'm not reaching for no gun, bro.
Step out.
Can I move my phone?
Step out.
Yeah, that's crazy.
All right, we gonna watch that again for some clarity, but blah, blah, blah. We know who that is. This viral video going around, making this rounds of Terence Bud Crawford, undisputed champion in 2 million divisions to name, at a traffic stop at gunpoint, being told to exit the vehicle. Okay, so let's just go through this and try and get the facts from the fiction. Okay, as you can see, that's a police officer, gun, flashlight, etc., pointed at Bud Crawford. Okay, ready? Let's watch it one more time.
Hands up. Seatbelt.
Seatbelt, step out.
Told to step out.
I'm opening the door.
You can take
I'm
mine
opening
off
the door.
of me right here on my right. I'm keeping my fucking hands up.
I'm not reaching for no gun, bro.
Step out.
Can I move my phone?
Phone falls because it's probably on his lap. He wanted to grab it. Police said nope.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Hands up. Seatbelt.
All right, we good. Okay. First thing I thought, I'm gonna take y'all through real time, was like, who is filming this? So obviously it's 4 passengers in here. Who's filming this? Because that really tells me how much of a threat or imminent danger this scene was, right? In terms of what the police, their encounter is and what their statement will be and what Terence Crawford's going through. Because if someone just sitting there filming, but then we're pulling him out the car at gunpoint, just doesn't add up for me. But let's make it add up. Okay, so Omaha's police department put out this statement. The mayor put out a statement as well. Really no meat to it except like he's going to do an internal investigation. Everything else felt a little political. Okay, Omaha Mayor John Ewing and Police Chief Todd Schmaderer, are aware of a video circulating on social media regarding the traffic stop involving Terence Bud Crawford early Sunday morning. Chief has authorized an internal affairs investigation. Shortly before 1:30 a.m., officers working in the downtown area observed a vehicle driving recklessly near North 12th and Capitol Avenue. A traffic stop was conducted at Cass Street. So he's pulled over because they said he's driving recklessly. All right. While speaking with the driver, an officer observed a firearm on the driver's side floorboard. I'm going to read that sentence to you again. While speaking with the driver, an officer observed a firearm on the driver's side floorboard. That is important. For safety, all 4 occupants were ordered out of the vehicle at gunpoint. The driver was later identified as Mr. Crawford upon verification of his driver's license and was issued a citation for reckless driving. One passenger, a member of Mr. Crawford's security team, was also found to be carrying a legal firearm. Okay, so that's 2 guns in the car, legally. Police have confirmed that all occupants are legally permitted to carry firearms. The police supervisor and lieutenant responded to the scene at Mr. Crawford's request. So he requested a supervisor and lieutenant to show up. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. We're going to do homework on here because I know the emotions run high with a conversation like this because 1, we're talking about a celebrity. 2, a black man. 3, police. Talking about gas and fire, meat, right? So everyone has their own thoughts or experiences with the police. I'll share mine at the end. So, doing some homework, gotta see what's really cracking. Pull up on this, Nebraska state law, firearms and police encounters. I wanna know for real, this is the main statute governing how a person carrying a concealed handgun must interact with law enforcement. Duty to inform. Whenever a person carrying a concealed handgun is contacted by a police officer or by emergency services, they must immediately inform the officer or personnel that they are carrying a concealed handgun. Now, I'm not certain he did or did not. I don't see a video that starts, and you guys can share it with me, beat it up in the comments, share the link. Is there a video that shows from hello the interaction between the police officer and Terence Crawford? But we did just read that the officer said he was talking to Crawford and then saw a gun, which right now sounds like a violation. Let's keep reading. Contact means anytime a peace officer stops, detains, questions, or addresses someone for an official purpose. Securing the firearm. During the encounter, the officer may order the person to secure the handgun. Example, store or disable access to it. The officer reasonably believes it's necessary for safety. The person must comply. Return of the firearm. All right, we didn't get that far in this stuff, okay? But here's the exception, okay? So there's one way that Crawford is guilty of not informing. That means he's just there talking to the officer. And then the officer notices a gun, which you should have already told me there is a gun. That's on the floorboard. But if not, there's an exception right here. The duty to inform, duty to secure provisions do not apply. That means you ain't got to say anything if the firearm is being lawfully transported in the vehicle so long as the firearm is unloaded, ammunition is stored separately, and the firearm is in a case. So if your firearm is unloaded, cased, and separated from ammo while you're in your car, you're in a transportation exception under state law. Okay. Now, if you're a police officer and you're talking to someone who didn't inform you of a gun and then you see a gun, are you seeing a gun in a case? Are you seeing a gun that's unloaded? Are you seeing a gun that is there but the ammunition is separate? Those are the only ways where legally everything Terence Crawford did was above board. If not, unfortunately, Terence Crawford violated that state law. Now, let's get into it for real, okay? We know the laws, we know what we just saw, and then that makes you go into your emotions, that makes you go into your own thought process, your own experiences, just like me. I'll share my one story that was interesting, close to like this. Let's read through this. The video evidence in every second. The now infamous clip clocking in at over 2 minutes. That's why I keep telling you guys, please send me this video if it's longer, because I only saw 30-second clips out there, right? Has racked up millions of views across social media platforms. It starts innocently enough with flashing police lights in the rear view, but within seconds, the officer's demeanor shifts dramatically. Viewers can hear the crackle of a radio, as backup is called, and the camera shakes slightly from the filmer's nerves. Okay, now we're getting into a little bit of the theater that comes with these type of encounters, because I don't know if somebody was nervous or they just fumbled the phone camera, the camera phone. Who knows what happened? Or they got bumped or they moved. I don't know. Crawford, dressed in casual athletic wear and gold chain that glints under the streetlights, maintains his composure throughout, even cracking a wire joke to de-escalate. Officer, you know I fight for a living. No need for the hardware tonight. I don't see any of those videos. Share it with me, please, so we can break it down. No arrests were made, and Crawford was released after about 20 minutes with only a warning and a fix-it ticket for a minor traffic violation. Well, it was reckless driving they gave him a ticket for, so I don't know if you fixed that. But the psychological toll was evident. In post-incident interviews, this is the interesting part. The fighter opened up about the fear that gripped him. I'm thinking about my kids, my legacy. One wrong move, and it's over. Facts. Crawford shared in a statement released via his team. This ain't right. Black excellence still gets profiled like this, even on a day when my city was supposed to be celebrating me. Now, from what I saw in that video and from what we just read from not only the police officers, but even in this article, doesn't look like he was profiled. Like, profiled means, hey, I think you're doing something, you fit a category, you fit a stereotype. Profiled, right? Or you add up to it. But if you get pulled over for a reckless driving infraction, that's a little different than profiling. That said, I want to talk about where this went. Because I hope Bud just said, hey, man, gun on the floor, and also my security has one. I hope so. I want to see that video. Because if not, then we find ourselves once again stepping in it, where we're going to try to use the moments of this and instead try to shift it in terms of optics, which really is harmful because anybody who has their police encounter, I don't think that they should be slanted in that direction. I think they should be informed of the laws as much as possible, because let's be real, we're all civilians. We don't know all the laws, but informed, and more importantly, following protocol like Bud Crawford did. But the whole thing on social media right now seems to be trying to go at the police officers and saying that Bud Crawford did nothing wrong but be a black man in America. Well, we got to see evidence of that, because right now, as it reads, there is a smoking gun. There is something that ties this all together that makes it all make sense. Because right now it doesn't make sense. Why would you pull over? Forget the celebrity part, and I know it's hard to, but Bud Crawford gets pulled over and then pulled out by gunpoint. Is it just because he's black? Or is it because an officer is talking to him and then realizes there's a gun here and you didn't tell me you had a gun? Or you did tell me you had a gun, but that gun is within reach and I fear for my safety, which takes us back to, are you fearing for your safety because the gun's in reach? Or are you fearing for your safety because you're a black man? Or are you fearing for your safety? You get the point. So I have more questions than answers, but right now it just looks like the smoking gun, pun intended, is if we can find out, did Bud Crawford tell them he had a gun or not? Everything else takes you into your emotions. And let me go into my emotions real quick. I've told this story where I was sitting on the bus stop one time. Police comes by me. They moving, but not too fast. And then they get to the corner and they go slower. And then they pass my sight line. I can't see them anymore. They hit the corner. Then next thing I know, whoa, they all here. And came out at me, freeze, guns drawn, everything. Now, right behind me, around the corner, someone just robbed the bank. So I'm on the ground, not knowing all of this, but certainly complying. I got to get home. And I remember having the gun towards my head and at the same time, them communicating on their radio. And suspect scene and all this kind of stuff. And then I'm sitting there, every beat of my heart is the loudest bass drum ever. Boom. Because I'm thinking to myself, just like Bud, it could all be over. This cop could sneeze. This cop could just see something that he didn't see. I need to move whatever. And it's over. Then in seconds, it felt like hours, seconds later, they're like, oh, okay. And they're all like deploying. One says, oh, sorry, wrong, mistaken identity. They take off. And then I have to sit back at the bus stop and just wait for the bus. And the PTSD of that, just like what Bud Crawford said, like the stress that comes from that, even post-incident, is crazy. But what I don't want to do is mischaracterize Bud and his pain. And what I also don't want to do is mischaracterize police officers if they're doing their job and we're just not doing our job in terms of being informed or informing them or complying with the law. Pretty interesting here. I think in the days or hours there will elapse, we're going to get to the bottom of this. So let me know what y'all think. Beat it up in the comments. I thought it was kind of interesting. There's a simple way this could be answered, and it's a complex way. We're going to figure out which way it goes. So now, you know what we do on this show, boy. We flow, boy. But before we flow, boy, we got to check in on some of your dough, boy, and more importantly, your cyber dough. Have you guys used this product yet? Aura? Oh, it's the smart, simple online safety way, okay? So welcome to Aura, today's sponsor. I am going to protect you guys from cyber fraud and all of those who lurk out there trying to take your identities, because Americans lost $12.5 billion to scams last year. And don't think it can't happen to you, because it can. So today's sponsor, Aura, think of them as like all-pro safety. I like to use Rodney Harrison back there, just monitoring everything, seeing the whole field. So they monitor all 3 credit bureaus for you and alert you up to fraud up to 250 times faster than the competition and backs you with $1 million in identity theft insurance, plus 24/7 support. So lock down your credit. Come on, y'all. Clean up your data, protect your devices all in one app. Go to the app. That's aura.com/Marcellus Wiley. Let me show you guys that, right? Aura.com/Marcellus Wiley. Or click the link, speak Marcellus. Click the link in the description for a 14-day trial. That's aura.com/Marcellus Wiley. Stay safe and keep your identity yours. Blah, 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 blah. So now, you know what we do on this show, boy. Got to rap about this. Oh, man, it's painful, boy. We flow, boy. Ooh, good one.
Wait a minute, man. Wait a minute.
Good one.
Wait a minute.
Let's see what Bud doing. Let's go get this thing, boy. They over there messing with the homie. They over messing with that brother. Come on, y'all. Hey, Bud Crawford, riding, champ of the town. Belts in the trunk, pound for pound crown. Fresh off a win, man, the city still lit. Then the cherries hit the rear view. Oh, here we go with this. Wow. Cops pull him over saying reckless drive. Bud thinking, damn, man, I'm just trying to survive. Next second, guns drawn, tension in the air. Step out the vehicle like he robbed the fair. What? Laughed in his head, man, y'all moving too tough. I fight champs daily, but this here is rough. He throw jabs in the ring, not at traffic patrol. One sight of a pistol made him lose control. Who's at fault? The $1 million call? Bud just driving, cops thinking safety first of all. Guns on the champ, crowd asking why. Thoughts in the system or a reckless drive. Bud ain't no villain on the creep. He built his name clean, put the haters to sleep. America got history, fear in the frame. So a champ in the hoodie still treated the same. Damn, cops holler, it's way in hype. Whole scene looking tense like a heavyweight fight. But Bud staying calm with the best. From Spence to Porter, now the badge with a test. Oh, funny twist, fans laughing through the feed. What? Y'all pulled the wrong man. That's the champ you need. He's like, check the gloves, dog. Check the resume. I'm Omaha's pride, not no thug cliche. Mayor on the phone, internal affairs on the case. Did the cops lose some face? Was it reckless drive or rush to judge? Gunpoint for a legend? The whole world won't budge. Nah. Crawford cool, like you could write me a ticket, but quit drawing heat like I'm running the wicket. From title fights in Vegas to the car beams, I'm the champ, I stay humble, chasing big dreams. So who's at fault? Depends who you ask. Laura the driver on a late night task. One thing's clear, Bud still got the crown. No stoplight drama gonna knock that down. Wow! Wow! What happened, y'all? I don't know, not yet. Become a gym member with Project Transition. As a giver every month, small gifts have a big impact in creating real change. Not only will you transform lives, you'll also win and unlock once-in-a-lifetime experiences. Join me, Marcellus Wiley, in making a real impact through Project Transition, a global giving community dedicated to uplifting underserved youth with mentorship, education, and access to real opportunities. Your donation doesn't just enter you to win unforgettable prizes and exclusive experiences with myself and other gym members. It fuels our mission to empower the next generation of leaders, dreamers, and game changers. From after-school programs, life skills camps, and career development, every dollar helps unlock potential where it's needed most, and where every person makes a world of difference. Give back, win big, be the difference, be greater than your greatest excuse. Support Project Transition today. Become a gym member and help turn obstacles into opportunities.
Let me put you on to something that's part of my daily routine now. Vinia, not a powder, not a pill.
It's the Daily Chews 2X formula, and yeah, they taste good too.
It's plant-based. No stimulants, no crash, no jitters, no banned substances, no junk. It's Informed Sports certified. Just something that actually delivers. Link in description, vinia.com/Marcellus. Discount code Marcellus10 for a 10% discount. Wow. Well, it's been a decade plus that I knew that this day was going to come.
Oh, this is not hyperbole here.
Because I think the birds.
Time to hydrate. Hydration's the situation, so